Hi. Hi everyone. How you doing? Hello Eric. Hi, I'm Zero. Hi Talaran and hi Fi. And also of course hi something stochastic. That goes without saying. Something stochastic was here before I was. Hello everybody. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a good day. Um I have no interesting updates about my day. I woke up and went outside. I went outside. Can you believe it? Wild, I know, right? But yeah, I went outside. I went to the shops. That's it. That's my whole day. I hope you've had slightly more interesting days so far. Or if your day is only just starting, I hope your day will be more interesting because yeah, I did not do much. Hi Tayu, I did go outside. I touched grass, except I didn't touch grass because there was no grass. There's no grass. There's no grass in the shops. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Okay. So, today today we are finally starting our actual psychology games. We're finally starting to play through some actual psychology games. Wild. I know it's taken us what, 2 months, 3 months? I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been streaming now. 2 months. Yes, 2 months. But we're finally starting to do psychology. It's taken time, but we're getting there. The mind games, yes indeed. Very much so. So yeah, let me try and sort out my life so that I can actually, get the game set up. Hi, Lord Tubasil, how are you today? I touched grass today. Very exciting. So let's turn off the background music, first of all. That's the first thing that we need to do because that's going to get in the way. Let's stop that. Okay, good. I'm preparing myself. You're good? I'm really glad. I'm really, really glad. Okay, right. Let's move to the games setup. And let's see if we can get this working. I'm very excited. I hope it does work. Let's see. Okay. We've got game audio. In theory. Is it going to work first time? I'm like leaning in a strange way because my there's no way for me to have a good microphone set up, so my mic is in front of my screen in a less than ideal fashion. Right. If you hear music, that's a good sign. Is there any music? No, there isn't. I think there is no music. What if I don't? Then we all cry because that means I've broken it somehow. Well, let's see if we've got game capture as well. Oh. Well, I've got a game. There it is. Let's go. It's working. It's working. Success all round. Is that a bad sign? Yes, if it was not working, that would have been a bad sign and I would have been very stressed. But we are not scuffed yet. We're doing fine. That's how the word scuffed works, right? That's what it means, right? Like broken. Please educate me. I'm having this is one of my boomer moments. So I think that's working. Is it too loud? How is the audio? It's just very quiet. Okay, I can turn it up a little bit. Oh, is that too loud? That looks too loud. Oh dear. It's going to be one of those games where it's just a bit all over the place, I think. Is this too quiet or is it okay? It's just right. Good. Okay. It's a little bit too loud for me. I'm going to turn it down. Oh, I can't. Good stuff. How do I turn it down? There we go. Okay, this is fine. It's working. This is success. So, a little bit of context. I have watched. No, wait, I'm going to turn it down a bit more for me because this is going to be. There we go. That's going to be quite distracting. Okay, it's pretty quiet, really. It's like I'm looking at it on my thing and it looks like it's like half of my volume, which I think would be about right, but I'll turn it up a bit more if you want. There you go. I hope that's okay. So, a little bit of context. Steins Gate. I have watched the anime, but it was a very, 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 very long time ago. I don't know when it came out. I have forgotten. I have forgotten when the anime came out, but it was not long after that that I watched it. So it's been a while. Okay, when did it come out? It came out in 2014. Okay, so I probably watched it like 2015, 2016. I remember I was like I'd started uni. So yeah. But it was a while ago, and a lot of things in my life have happened, and I have forgotten most of everything. The only things that I do remember are probably not entirely plot relevant. Like I vaguely, well, no, they are plot relevant, but like I remember the characters, and I remember, what do I remember? I remember a few key bits around the story arc. Um, Although, from what I understand, that may be plural in the game, so I have no idea what's going on here. Um, yeah, I don't know what's happening. So for that reason, I have marked this as first playthrough because I haven't actually played it before. I've seen the anime. I don't know if that will bring spoilers. It probably will, but yeah, I've heard, from fans of the series, I've heard that the anime and the visual novel are kind of different in a lot of ways. So yeah, sorry, that was a complete ramble and probably way too much context, but it's me. I like to elucidate. Nyan Nyan is going to be an interesting character, yes. I don't know if there's voices in this. Is there voices? I don't know. Am I going to have to read things out? Oh dear. That's going to be stressful. Um. Anyway, we've already watched this, so let's. Where is my thing? There it is. Okay. Shall we get started? Wow. Oh, I got an achievement for starting. Cool. I guess there must be a lot of people that like download it or buy it and then never actually play it. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna play. Everything is coincidence. I can't hear anything. Ah, there is voice. Okay. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. Same. Okay. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? Ooh. If only I'd realised how dangerous my actions were, then I wouldn't have lost her. Dramatic. Heading on a boba run? Enjoy your boba. I'm jealous. Yeah, we really just got told to Google it. I interesting putting a number on that, but okay. This is true. We do go around our lives oblivious to lots of things. And yes, we do forget things. Otherwise, there'd just be too much information coming in. We wouldn't be able to process all of it. Conspiracy. What? Did it just skip something? Did it just skip something? Because I reacted. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna really struggle with the volume settings on this, I think. What are you mumbling about? There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I'm baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly silence down my chin and drops onto the asphalt. That's very sensual. girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. I know that your eyes only perceive a tiny spot clearly when everything outside is blurry and your brain's just filling in the gaps. Maybe that's what he meant. Um, yeah, I think it was more. So it kind of is that. But it's also just like even in the things that you're looking at, your brain kind of automatically filters out loads of information. Because if you, so for example, if you're just like looking at the PC screen, for example, even on the PC screen, there's a lot of stuff going on. So like, you can see my mouse, right? Yeah. So like, let's just focus on this sign, right? In this sign, there's like text, and I know this isn't okay. Let's focus on this one actually, because this has got Latin text on it. So we've got this sign up here, right? And like this is just like, yeah, it's a sign. Like our brain automatically just places it into like railway station sign, right? But there's words which are in themselves letters, and then there's also the kanji symbols, and then there's like the white background, and then there's this green color as well, and then there's everything around it like the border, and then underneath it there's all of these reflections. So even if you're just focusing on this, even here your brain is like, I wouldn't say it's like filtering out, but it's kind of like combining information. It's not breaking them down into their individual constituent parts. It's kind of like lumping them together, right? And that's just because there's too much. Like if we were processing every single letter individually, I mean, even if with the letters, like you can break them down into lines. There's like A is like diagonal, horizontal. K is like vertical, diagonal. So like, yeah, there's just so much information, and your brain has to kind of like lump in bits, and then yeah, the everything outside of what you're focusing on just kind of gets like not entirely filtered out, but it's more of like, so you kind of pay attention to the things that like you've got to think about how we've evolved, right? We've evolved to like pay attention to things in our environment that are a threat. If something could be a threat, then it will kind of like stand out in our perceptual vision. But if not, then it just kind of, yeah, gets filtered. It gets filtered out. So yeah, I think that's what he was referring to. But saying it's 1%, like that's a very precise wording, and I wouldn't be inclined to put a number on it like that. Like that's a bit of a strange thing to say. Like it's really hard to make an assessment like that, and frankly, even if it was, if you could put a number on it, it would probably be less than that. Because like, okay, even if we're just thinking about visuals, there's like all the colors, all the lines that are broken down into symbols or words or whatever. There's like people are really complicated. Like we've got eyes, we've got like general face structure, but then all of the like contextual cues, hair color, hair style, clothing color, clothing style, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say, like, in all honesty, if you could even put a number on it, it would probably be less than 1%. But yeah, like the verbal mode of the brain where you don't really look at what you're seeing, and instead your brain goes, there is a train station, there's a sign, there's the words Akihabara station, until you start to really focus on the actual details. Yes. Yeah, kind of like that. There's like kind of layers. It's more kind of around learning. Like we do have some kind of, there is evidence to suggest that we do have kind of innate processes, so like things that we're born with. So for example, like newborns just like their vision is entirely blurry, but they instantly focus on people's faces. Like they will follow people's faces because that is just like one of the most important things for survival, right? Is to be able to understand, oh look, that's another human. They're probably looking after me, it's fine. But yeah, everything else is more kind of like associative. So like you learn what things are important to pay attention to. And then there's also a lot of individual differences. I wonder if face-blind people don't have that instinct. That's a very good question. That is a very good question. I don't actually know, and I'm probably going to go away and look it up afterwards because that's a really interesting question. Okay, right. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory, yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension in her innocent, childlike features. Me. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. You talking to someone? I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. Do we want me to read out these bits where there's like Japanese audio, or are we okay with just the Japanese audio? Like, should I just do the internal dialogue? I don't know. I don't know how people stream visual novels. I've never done it before. I've never watched it. I'm just vibing. I'm going with the flow. Okay. We're infiltrating an assembly hall. Exciting. In Akihabara. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. Is there nobody on the phone? It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway. Japanese is good. Okay, cool. The organization? I feel like most people would read it out. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Joe Ligma. You got me. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far, even though it's mostly me just being confused. Hello, hello. Okay, most people won't be actively reading. Okay, I'll read it out then. I opened my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. Oh, I can't do it. I can't react. It skips through. Okay. Just imagine me being like, oh, shock. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples. I see. So that's the choice of Steins Gate. Oh, he said the thing! Congroo. He said it! I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. So, Steins Gate, some know it as fate, others is the will of God. Or you could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. So, okay, so the vibe that I'm getting so far is that, so, this guy, okay. Alright, something I forgot to say earlier in the stream, is, and I have to say it for legal reasons, is that I am not legally allowed to diagnose anybody, whether they be real or fictional people. So, if I'm talking about things, I'm talking about them in a non-clinical context. I'm talking about them in like a research context. So like, for example, personality traits. The word, how can I say? So let's take, for example, like sociopathy, right? People use that as a diagnosis. It isn't a diagnosis, by the way, but people use it as though it was. They use it as like a diagnostic label. However, sociopathy is actually like a personality trait. It's a spectrum. If I talk about something like that, I'm talking about it in terms of how we would measure it in research. I am not talking about it from the clinical side of things. So please bear that in mind as I'm talking. With that being said, so far, it seems to me like he was talking on a phone with nobody on it. And he seems to be having this idea that like he's doing some kind of like mission, but yeah, I'd like to get a bit further through before I can really comment on that kind of thing. Money was calling me. So true. I advanced towards Radican, which is just across the street from the train station. Of course, this is enemy territory. Can't just... Right. Okay, as a weeb, can confirm this is enemy territory because you've got to fight. You've got to fight to get the best gachapon before all of the good stuff goes. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I wonder if he's been banned from the shop. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Do some cardio, bro. Who was that on the phone? The girl. Sheena? Is that how you say it? Sheena Mayuri? Immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here and she isn't even short of breath. I mean, to be fair, I would be short of breath by the 7th floor, so I can't judge. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Okay, I wouldn't be that bad. I wouldn't be that bad. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? Okay. I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Oh, so cliche. I love it. Oh, wow. Thanks. Okay. She said that a lot more friendly than I did. Okay, the problem with me reading stuff out is that she's going to say stuff in a way that's genuinely friendly and it's going to sound really sarcastic when I say it because unfortunately sarcasm is default for British people. So like, who would expect for an 8-story floor to be 8 floors? I know. Why? Like, why would a building that says it's 8 stories tall be 8 stories tall? Like, that's really upsetting. Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she's quick to understand my position. Does she understand? She's got, like, no thoughts, head empty vibe. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. Just realised Flora and Story is the same thing. I'm finished. No, to be fair, I think they're like, I think Floor is like more British and Story is more American. So I would say it's the 8th floor if I'm just talking naturally. But if the thing says Story, then I just read that out. It's all good. It's all good. British and American are basically just different languages. I used to hope that Mayuri would become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. So he said that Steins Gate is like fate or something like that. And I wonder if this is like the way that he conceptualizes his personal like philosophy and like understanding of how the world works. I don't know. I don't actually know. Because some people like to externalize that stuff. Like it can really help some people to like understand the world by externalizing things like that. That's kind of why religion is a thing, I guess. Not making a comment on the accuracy of people's beliefs. I'm just saying. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. Right, gachapons. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference. Okay, so I have been to like, not have been, okay. I have had a press release go out about research that I have done before. And in most cases, unless it's something like absolutely massive, like the I don't know, like when there's like some kind of like giant CERN thing, or when there's some kind of like space thing, you know, things that people are interested in, then you can get press releases, but that are like press conferences that actually happen in person, but they're normally a lot bigger than this, and also normally it wouldn't be looking so sad. But for the majority of us, you know, simple psychologists, etc., we just have to put a blog on a website. That's it. That's all we get. We just get a blog. It's a bit depressing. Like, I didn't even get interviewed for mine. They just literally took quotes out of the paper and misinterpreted them, which was the worst part. But, it's fine. It is what it is. Ocarin. Ocarin. Oh, I'm just going to sound so sarcastic. I'm so sorry. Mayuri insists on calling me Ocarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Ocarin. Huh? But I've always called you that. That was then. I have since become Hoen Kyoma, the insane mad scientist hunted by a secret organizations the world over. Okay, 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 okay. Bruh. Bruh. This is a bruh moment for me. Okay, first of all. Okay, bro? Yeah. First of all, scientists are mad by default, speaking from personal experience. No, that's not true. That's not true. I promise we're like normal people, mostly. So it's so he's got a persona. Interesting. He's loving it. He's got a persona, which is being hunted by secret organizations the world over. So my brain, again, no diagnosis, but just saying, this instantly goes to like psychotic traits. So psychosis is like, first of all, psychosis is a situation where somebody's grasp on reality is not the same as everybody else's. So reality in itself, like our entire understanding of it is just through our own perception, right? I'm like, okay, I see that there is a monitor in front of me because I see it. Or because I can reach out and touch it. Like, you don't actually know for certain what is happening around you unless other people confirm it. But even then, that's still filtered through their own perception. People who would be labeled as having psychosis or having psychotic traits, they have a different perception of that reality. So they see patterns that other people don't, and that leads them to believe different things. And in some cases, this can really significantly impact people's lives. And that would be when they might get a clinical label. Other times, it's what we would call subclinical. So they have the experiences that don't match with what everybody else experiences, but it doesn't actually cause them any problems. So an example would be like this idea of being hunted by secret organizations, right? So that would be what we call like a persecution delusion. So it's this being absolutely convinced that people are out to get you. Like, there's maybe specific people out to get you, or like maybe just in general people are out to get you. And then because you believe it, what you're seeing is filtered through that perception. So you start to look out at the world and you see things that you think match with what you're seeing. And that in itself kind of creates a self-perpetuating cycle. You see the things and then you believe it, and therefore you see the things and therefore it confirms your beliefs. Sometimes they can cause people really serious problems. Like, it can cause them to cut off people that are trying to help them. It can cause them to, refuse to do things that would help. Like for example, take medication. They might think that the medication is some kind of poison and refuse to take it, when it could actually help them. Or they might, refuse to see like medical professionals that are trying to help them because they think that they're part of the secret organization. Other times it can be like more of like not a persona, but like a way to understand through a persona, if that makes sense. Like, it's all about trying to understand the world and what's happening around you. And if you're able to go through life, you've got friendships, you've got a job or a way to make income, or you're studying or whatever, and life is just kind of going through. You just happen to also be suspicious of people, thinking they're part of a secret organization. that wouldn't be considered something to be referred to a mental health professional necessarily, because it entirely boils down to whether somebody is like potentially harming themselves or harming other people, or if they feel distressed by what is happening to them. And if none of those things apply, then there's not really an issue, right? They're just a bit different, and that's fine. You don't know what happens around you unless other people confirm is a phrase that rings very true for Psyad. Is Psyad the series in general? Yeah, probably. I have a feeling that this is going to be very fun. Genuinely, I have not played this before. I watched the anime, but it was like 10 years ago. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't remember really anything. And also, I'm a very different person from when I watched it. I watched it when I was like just beginning university. And now I am finishing university after 10 years of suffering. So, yeah. Okay, that's the series. Cool. Yeah, I know there's like loads of them. And I would love to play more of them, but I think some of them they're kind of either not available or there's like issues around streaming them or something. But this one I checked and it seems to be okay to stream. So, but yeah, maybe we'll do the whole series. I don't know. It seems like a fun series. Not fun. Maybe fun's the wrong word. It seems like an interesting series. I think I'm going to have a lot to say about it. Okay. Right. But that's too hard to remember. Aww. She is no thoughts head empty. So cute. In any case, Hoen Kyoma is my true name. What was this tip that just came up? I don't know what that is. Hoen Kyoma is my true name. Okay. So that's his true name, according to his opinion. Cool. And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird. You're weird. Cease your foolish laughter. Okay, the other thing that I'm kind of getting as a vibe from his internal dialogue is that he's got a little bit of like a... He thinks he's pretty cool, you know? There's a little bit of looking down on other people slightly, which is interesting. But, that's just my initial impression. That might change, I don't know. Okabe Rentaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it for it is stupid. Valid! Actually valid, to be honest. Bro thinks he's the evil emperor for real. He really does. He's like looking down on everybody like, yes, I am superior. Oh my god, he gives Rick Sanchez vibes. Except there's no evidence he's a scientist yet. Junibyo? Yeah, genuinely. I would love to see like what is the Western equivalent of that? And why is it furries? And so I also hate the derivative occurring. Understandable. Come on, it sounds like that Elf Boy's blue pipe thing. What Elf Boy? Is this a reference? I don't get it. Oh, wait! Oh, it's Link, right? The ocarina. Okay, fair enough. I get it. So, Ocarina. I've also never played Legend of Zelda, so okay. So Ocarina, can I ask you something? Yes, Ocarina of Time. Yes. Trenchcoat Boy! Yo, that might be the Western equivalent. I knew a Trenchcoat Boy at school. Yeah, I knew one. He also had a fedora, and he would roleplay. Oh, who would he roleplay? I have a feeling he used to roleplay like what's his name? One of the Death Note characters. Either Light or L, but I forget which one's which. Is it Light that's like the guy that writes in the Death Note? Crunch Unlimited. So true. You was a Fedora kid. No. Oh no. Had to be Light. Yes. That's okay. We welcome Fedora kids into our stream. Everybody has their secrets. I was an emo, so I can't judge. Yeah, I arguably still am a little bit emo because that's how someone described my fashion sense was business casual emo. And I was like, okay, I actually can't argue with that. and then I went away and listened to Slipknot. So Ocarina, can I ask you something? In one ear and out the other. I think he might feel a little bit it's if other people aren't like playing along with his persona, then you know that can be a bit sad for the person that's playing it. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up. You should. It's stuck. What are we doing here? Good question. I was just asking the same. I was the kid that never talked. Honestly, I was the same, to be honest. I was like, I was really, yeah, I was one of those like little neurodivergent kids at school that like I was in a friendship group, but I didn't talk to anybody. Like I don't know why I was there. But it's really weird because like some of the people that I was in a friendship group with, I never talked to at school, and now we're like really good friends. Like we talk fairly regularly now. So make of that what you will. I think I just took a while to develop into a functional sentient human, and that's okay. But yeah, I still kind of don't talk much though, which is probably quite surprising, like listening to the streams, because I just don't stop talking. Like I just talk and talk and talk, and everyone's like, "Please stop." But yeah, when I'm like around other people, I prefer to listen and then think about what they're saying. Um, unless they ask me a question that sets me off on a tangent, and then I don't stop talking. But yeah. So yeah, shout out to my fellow never talking kids. So what are we doing here? What are we doing at this conference thing? Wait, you followed me here without knowing why? Yeah. She nods without dropping her smile. She's so happy. So nice. We're here for Dr. Nakabachi's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radican. It is here that the conference will be held. Cool. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time, and he has a few patents under his belt, but mostly he's treated as a curiosity. He's one of those. Okay. Okay, that is an actual thing where there's like people that, I don't know, get their PhD or whatever, and then they disappear off and just do strange things. Like they just kind of like emerge from the woodwork every now and they're like, hey, I've got a new patent for this really cool thing, or like, hey, I contributed to this massive finding, and you're like, oh, hello. But they're kind of few and far between. Press conference? But where are the reporters? Is there a way that I can speed up the text? Because my reading speed is faster than this. Also, where are the reporters? This is empty. Mary's right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one that looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. My brother in Christ, there is not a single person. What? There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall. Okay, there's 10 people, including him and, oh, what's her name? Mayuri. So there's actually 8 people that are there. Oh, you can speed it up in the settings. By default, it's set to be synced to the character speech. Ooh. I had to do that. Wait. Let me turn this off for a second. Oh wait, it says unsaved game progress. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. How do I do the menu? There was a manual and I forgot to read it. Let me Google. Let me Google. Right, oh, right click twice apparently. There we are, I found it, okay. Success. Config? Let's see. Message speed. Let's, I assume it's message speed. Let's turn that up a little bit. Voice volume, music volume, blah, blah, blah. Ah, sync voice. Let's turn that off. We've got the voices. Cool. And then it's taking me back to message speed. I think that will do it. I think that will do. Back. Oh, back. And then, where do I? Close menu. Okay. I fixed it. I think. I'm not actually sure. I hope I fixed it. Okay. Okay. There's only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Are the 10 people in the room with us? Honestly, I don't know. I am confused. There's nobody here, dude. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more. Okay, to be fair, if I was a journalist, I would not go to this press conference because I'd be like, this guy. I invented a time machine? Sure you did, buddy. So I don't even blame him. Could this be the organisation working its twisted influence? What is that? I want to know what that is. I twist my lips into a sneer. Ugh. I don't want to press my... I'm worried that if I toggle my emotions, it's going to skip through things again. So imagine that I'm angry right now. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organisation. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. Enemies? I prefer not to get wrapped up in his mess. Nevertheless, I am interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Fair. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head. You wrapped something? Is it his birthday too? Is it Okabe's birthday? Has he just turned up to a press conference on his birthday? That's one way to do it. I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. Oh, she's just like me! For real, for real! She's just like me. I laugh at my own bad jokes. She's always been special. I don't know, she seems pretty wholesome. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal conf. Cut off. I didn't even finish my sentence. Electromagnetic wave. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. There's so many layers of like, that's not how it works that I actually don't know how to process it. If you tell a bad joke to yourself and you laugh, that means 100% of people who heard it thought it was funny, making it paradoxically a good joke. This is very true. But the difference is that I've got all of you watching me, so if I make a bad joke to myself and then none of you laugh, well, I guess I don't know. So, you know, if you tell a bad joke and nobody laughs, was it really a bad joke? This is the question. Anyway, I think I'm funny, so... Right. Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? No, they are not, because that's not how it works. But okay. Oh! Whoa. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. Okay, that's low-key kind of weird. All that's above is the roof. An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude mean again? Oh. No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs on my way. Yes. This sign can't stop me because I can't read. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realise that the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorant dust sparkling in the air. An explosion? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. I don't know what to do. Should I run away? I would run away. His heart is racing because of his fight or flight response because he's scared. Fun fact. Fun psychology fact of the day. But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? What? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? That would be pretty big brain, actually, if he was like, oh yes, I've developed a time machine. Here is the evidence. I will now go back in time to right now. Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get up here? You know, actually, this reminds me. Was it? I think it was Stephen Hawking did like a time traveler thing, like a time traveler party, and then was like, "Oh look, nobody turned up. That proves that time travel isn't real." But then I saw loads of people making jokes about the recent revelations, being like, "Well, that's why nobody went." So we will never know. If I could time travel, I don't think I would go just to make a point, just to like make it funny. What would you do if you could time travel? Actually, that's a good question. I think about this sometimes. I don't know what I would do. I'm just lurking, but enjoying this. I'm glad. I'm glad. Enjoy your lurk. I'd be too busy looking at dinosaurs. I would not go to the dinosaurs. That's scary. I can't fight a dinosaur. They just bite me. I don't know what I would do. I'm really like interested to see what. Okay, no, this is such a nerdy thing, but I'm really interested to see what universities were like in like, long ago in like the 1800s or 1600s or whatever. But you know, I feel like they would just instantly be like, ugh, woman, wench, leave. And I'd be like, okay, buy Bitcoin when it was hot. True, actually, very true. And then reinvest it back into something. Science, yes. Use it for research funding. Perfect. Okay, right. How would he get it up here? Reinvest into NFTs. When do we get Find the Neutrophil NFT? This is the real question. My head is bursting with questions. I have so many questions. Switch subs. So true. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. Oh, they've all come. They're all coming. Remove NFTs from existence. True. I don't understand them. Like, I just don't get them. Like, I can see the like psychological appeal because it's like scarcity, right? Like, we love things that are scarce and exclusive, and like when it's gone, it's gone. Like, that's the number one way to get people to buy things. But yeah, I don't really understand them as a concept. One day, as a Patreon reward, maybe I could bribe Toxo into hand drawing fire NFTs. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do like like those monkeys that became memes where they're all just like wearing a different shirt or whatever. You could have like that. You could have like Fi wearing different things NFTs. Perfect. I've got a whole business venture there. Bored ape cells. That's the one. Yes. Do bored neutrophils. Do that. I think like a mob mentality thing. Yeah, definitely. A lot of these things I think are like largely hype. I mean, let's be honest. The whole like crypto and NFT market is just hype. It's a hype market. So yeah, it's just entirely built off a sense of scarcity and then a sense of like, oh, other people are doing it, so I should do it too. Um, and yeah, that's a thing. That's a very very good business actually, because if people are hyped, then they buy things and then you can reinvest it into not hype but sustainable things. So it's pretty smart really. From a purely marketing perspective, I have opinions about them in general. Cooking, yeah, for real. You're welcome. You can have that idea for free. I would reinvest it into like a live 2D model because I really want one, even though I can't afford one. Maybe I can with my upcoming job. Maybe I will be able to reinvest money back into a live 2D model, but for now it's not happening anytime soon. Oh well. Right, as I searched for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff burst onto the rooftop. How dare they? I was going to have a look at that first. They look just as confused as I am. Stay back, please. Stay back. Is this your first game? It is. I've never played any of the series before. Also, what's the right way to, pronounce that? Is it like Psyadv? Like that? I don't know how to say it. But also, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Light Aramura? Like that? ADV. Okay, Psyadv. Got it. Cool. It is my first one. I watched the Steins anime when it came out like 10 years ago, and then have never engaged with the series since. And I don't remember anything. So yeah, this is when I say this is first playthrough, it's like it genuinely is a first playthrough of the game. I kind of have a rough understanding of the story, but I've forgotten all of it because I have no brain cells. So yeah. Science adventure. Okay. I understand now. I recommend to know Chaos Head. Ooh. I'll add it to the list. I think, yeah. I'm not too fussed about, like, I know there's like an order that you're meant to play them in. It's okay if we like loop back to them, because I think this is the one that everybody knows, right? And then we can do the rest of them in whatever order makes sense. But I wanted to start with this one also because I already had it and I don't have any of the others. Yeah. Because I think I bought this on Steam like years and years and years ago and never actually got round to playing it. So you've never played them in order. Oh, okay. Or read. Yeah. What is the right term? Is it play or read? I don't actually know for visual novels. I don't know. I think visual novels are a cool idea to play in general because there's not as much pressure. Like I can just pause. Like I can just not click the next scene and like talk about the psychology stuff without being attacked by anything or whatever. So unless there's like time mechanics in this, in which case I'm going to be very stressed. It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. We will play through them all, but maybe with like something else in between because there's other games I want to play too. But we can definitely make this a whole series if people enjoy. Interesting. Okay. Stay back. Don't touch the thing. And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back. Ooh. The press conference will proceed as scheduled. As long as you don't play Chaos Child before Head or Zero before Steins Gate or whatever. Okay, cool. I will work out an order to play them. I'm sure there's so many guides. So yeah. Steins Gate works fine as a standalone for the most part. Cool. Is she trying to hide something? What is she doing? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from the device. I've got a nose for conspiracy. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of a cover-up. What are they hiding? What was that explosion? Yeah. So there's this little thing in psychology called confirmation bias, where when you expect something, everything that you see matches up with that thing. And you kind of like discard evidence or alternative explanations that don't match up with your idea. I think there might be a little bit of this happening here. Like, this thing might have already been there. That might just be like, I don't know. That might just be an explosion. Like, or like a generator fault or something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what this is. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything. How could you even insinuate that? It's not like I'm scared or anything. There are Chaos Head references in the visual novel that aren't in the anime. Well, I will not understand them. So I think I'll do the other way round, probably. Like, I'll go back and then I'll play Chaos Head. And then I'll be like, oh, that was the reference. But that'll be fun. That'll be fun, trying to find them. Staff members lead us all back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Is she after the gachapons? Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading birthplace of the Japanese PC. So cute. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief and then take out my phone. Are we just like, okay, wait, no, wait a second, wait a second. Did she just go? So are you telling me that this girl was like, oh no, there might be an earthquake or an explosion or something. I'ma just go get some gacha now. Like, is that what she was thinking? Because if so, I respect it. Also, Light Aramura, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the class. You're part of the class now. I breathe a sigh of relief and then take out my phone. Okay. It's me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening and I have no idea what it is. Is that a Chaos Head poster in the back? What, this? I don't know. I can't actually see. I'm a bit of a boomer, so I have to squint. Yeah, there is. Chaos Head poster is right there. Something's happening and I have no idea what it is. I wonder what these are posters for, if they're just made up. I know, don't worry, I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. LSI Congroo. He said it again. He said the thing. After I speak the words and hang up, I'm able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes that something will happen, the other half fears the same thing. Okay, he's got some conflicted emotions. That's fine. Conflicted emotions are normal. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at all these capsule toys. Girls want one thing and it's disgusting. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. Yeah, I think that he's definitely got some kind of narrative in his head already about what's happening, right? And he wants to confirm it, whereas Mayuri's just like, none of my business. And then she's just gone off to do her thing. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. Why not both? You can be both. What are you doing? Well, I really want an Upa. Just as I thought. What are those? They're kind of cute. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front reads Ryanet Kakaru 3D Character Dolls Series. They're like little pandas or something. Ryanet Kakaru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Ryanet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Okay, so it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. Upa is the series mascot character. Oh, it's like Pokemon. Okay. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out of it, like some kind of deformed dog. It's what they call an ugly cute character. I don't know, I think it's just cute. I like it. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though. Is this a Chaos Head reference? Probably. I'd also probably go to a gachapon in a natural disaster. Double thrill, yeah. I mean, you've got a memory, right? It's like that's gonna be like a light bulb not light bulb, flashbulb memory, where you just like vividly remember it because it's like simultaneously like traumatic, and then you're like, oh yeah. That was nice. Unless you got a really bad thing in the gacha, that'd be sad. I don't know about the ugly part. Yeah, it's just cute. It's just cute. Ah, it is a reference. Okay, cool. Then go for it. I can't guarantee you'll get an Upa though. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile. But Mayoshi's all out of 100 yen coins. Fair enough. Fine, I will give you one. Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Well, I can't pronounce that, so... But really, who cares? Oh, that's a bit rude. So, can I borrow 100 yen, please? So the vibe I'm getting is that if it doesn't fit into his, like, narrative of the world where people are trying to manipulate things and... then he's not really interested, which I find super interesting because that kind of matches like what we know about people that believe conspiracy theories in general. Like they love it when things match their worldview, and if they don't, then they just kind of ignore it, to be honest. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. So can I borrow 100 yen, please? She holds out she holds her hands out with it. Oh, what did I do? I've done something. Okay, I fixed it. She holds out her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. I'm obsessed with the cognitive mechanisms of conspiracy belief. Well, I have good news for you. I know a lot about that. I can talk about that for days and days and days, and at some point I will have to, so. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Pog, very pog. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Okay. Maybe she's kind of like, she just gives wholesome vibes so far, but he's definitely like infantilizing her a little bit. You know, she's 16. Like she can function to some extent, surely, unless. Okay. I think I need more of the character. Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. Yeah, he definitely has a bit of a, like... He's definitely looking down on her, at least, but it seems like it might be a bit of a generalized thing, to be honest. Now pull out 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. This guy gives the ick, he does. If he was in real life, he would, yeah, be the kind of person that irritates me. I think that's fair to say. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got. It's an Ooper, and it's metal. A metal Ooper. Wow. Is it rare? Wow, it's super rare. While I examine the metal Ooper, a boy who is watching us tries his luck on the same Rynet machine. Oh, a normal Ooper. That's how the gacha rolls, my friend. He looks at my metal Ooper in resentment. Of course, bro pulls the rare unit. I know. Rigged. It's so rigged. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Ooper. Hey, high school girl, you're acting like a little kid. Let her have a moment, man. Stop. Come on. Stop judging her. She's just vibing. Let her vibe. I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it. Just say that then, man. Come on. Come on. Just be honest with your emotions. Really? Are you sure, Okaran? The name's Hoen Kyoma. What do we think? Thank you. Okay, right. I'm very tempted to read out all of his stuff in like a really pretentious voice. And I'm trying to control myself to not do it, but I feel like I should just give in to the urge. At least he gives the Ooper to her. Expected him to throw it out the window or something. Yeah, he does kind of give that energy. Just like, life is harsh, I will put it in the bin. Is she doing it on purpose? That would definitely suit him, but he does have a lot of lines. Okay. That might be difficult then. Thank you all for coming to the press conference. We missed it! We came all this way for nothing. I hear the announcement from the floor above. Sounds like they're starting. Oh, they're starting. Okay. I thought we'd missed it. I was like, bruh. We missed it for an explosion and some gacha. Kind of relatable, actually. I've missed things that are important because of gacha before. I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow. Let's go, Mayuri. Just a second. I need to write my name. She's preoccupied with the metal Ooper. I go on ahead. Is she going to give the kid the Ooper? That would be cute. Without further ado, I'm pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabachi. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Woo! Let's go. He's not a professor, though. Oh. Okay, that was a slightly pathetic round of applause. Okay, I contributed. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here. Average professor, to be honest. I'm Dr. Nakabachi. Thank you all for coming. Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. Oh, he's tooting his own horn. This is how press conferences work, though, to be fair. Like, you have to be like, this is the single greatest thing since bananas and desks. It's wild. You won't believe it. And you kind of have to just keep talking like that. It's very cringe. Like, we kind of just have to, as scientists, we're kind of taught to like think in terms of nuance, and yeah, it goes out the window with press releases, and it's very frustrating. Like it goes from very carefully writing in the paper, like, we found this and we think that this might mean this, but this and this is needed to show that what we think is right, and then the press release is like, we've proven that, I don't know, chocolate prevents cancer, and it's like, no, that's not what we're doing here, but okay. Bananas and desks, setting the bar a little too high. Yes. I said bananas because I have this like vague memory that I read somewhere that bananas, like the bananas that we know now, they're like artificial, so they're like the result of artificial selection, but I don't know if I've just made that up. But I read that they're like, what's the word? You can't just plant them and then like keep planting them to keep reproducing them. You have to use like seeds because they're asexual. You can't reproduce them. But I don't know if I've just made that up. I might have made that up. So bananas are genetic clones. Okay, so I'm not entirely making it up. Good. I'm glad. I'm just out here spreading misinformation on the internet. What can I say? Artificial banana flavor comes from an extinct banana. Okay. Yeah, I remembered that bit. But I wasn't sure if modern banana is just like, yeah, you have to like, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. I had this in mind when I said bananas, that's why I said it. And then I'm like, bananas, invented, brilliant, good stuff. Desks were invented though. That's a real thing. I'm not making that up. Okay. Time travel. Did he really build a time machine? Probably not, ma'am. Imagine being one plant plague away from permanently losing the banana. Sweats profoundly. Ugh, don't do this to me. I love them. They're one of my favourites. Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal ooper. She's a bit late in more ways than one. Oh, she did actually just write it. Okay. What did she think about a time machine What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? Well, no, she didn't say that, did she? She said, did he really do it? She didn't say, I didn't realise this was about time machines. That's a bit rude. Inferring things that she didn't say there, mate. I take another look around the room. There's about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabachi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment and then anger. We're going through the 5 stages of grief. Whoa. Is he just interrupted the thing? Oh no. My roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room. Normal behaviour? Oh, yeah. Do you take us for fools? Who are you? Literally, who are you? Who am I? Someone that knows you for a fraud, that's who. Oh my gosh. You stole your theory from John Titor? And you call yourself an inventor? Someone throw this man out. You're the one they should throw out, Doctor. Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor. Is he throwing around the plagiarism accusations? That's a big problem. That's a big thing. Shut your mouth, you little pest. Just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. Unhand me, you. John Titor's a real thing. Spoilers. No, I do remember that from the anime. It's a cute girl. Cute scientist girl. With great coloured hair, I'd like to add. Okay, right. I have to say this so that I don't get sued. Genuine coincidence, okay? This hair colour, hair design, genuine coincidence. I forgot she existed when I made this model. Please don't judge me. And now I'm in too deep to the character to change it. Best girl alert? Yes. It's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before? We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makise Kurisu. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. What? Okay. What is with the scientists going to Akihabara? Is there like an actual university there, or is this just like... Is it just like, oh, it's the weeb place, let's do it there? I have questions. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Ooh. That's an actual thing that happens, by the way. There is like a... there's like quite a few like child geniuses that are allowed into university, and then they like do their studies. So it is an actual thing that happens, especially in the US, but it's not very common. And it's probably not ideal in general for somebody's like social and emotional development. So yeah, like being like 14 and around a whole bunch of 20-something-year-olds, that's not I mean, it's fine, but it's also, you need other people your own age when you're growing up like that. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Wow, wild. Was it under her name or was it under her advisor's name? It was probably her advisor. Although actually they like the child genius things. That's quite good for publicity. Girl genius, Makise Kurisu. I recognised the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. 17-year-old girl announced surprising thesis in the Far Eastern island nation. The thesis, even it is impossible, each man's making to data is possible. It is making each man's memory data. What? The thesis is titled, even if it is impossible, each man's making to data is possible. It is making each man's memory data. Are you playing with the COZ patch? No, I don't know what that is. What is that? Tell me. I'm guessing that that's probably some kind of translation patch, that I did not know about. What is this meant to say? Because this is not... okay, yeah, okay. I'll install that for next time. Because let me tell you, although I would definitely and probably have already read a thesis titled "Even it is impossible, each man's making to data is possible. It is making each man's memory data." Like I have read thesis titles that sound like that, and I would expect better from bachelor students, and yet this is what I have read before. So, okay, it fixes a lot of stuff. I need to find it then. It's an article about converting memories to digital data. Ooh, interesting. Is that also... No, don't tell me. Don't tell me if that's one of the other games. Don't tell me. I would imagine it probably is, though. Frontal lobe. So cute. There's a brain. We love that. It's an article about converting memories to digital data. Interesting. So it's like... So the thing with the brain is that we don't actually understand anything about it. we're like inching towards trying to understand how the brain works, and it's not going very well. What our kind of vague understanding of like how memories work is that it's like patterns in neurons. So like neurons are like brain cells. They kind of look like little spiky boys, and they all connect through their spikes. So the what we kind of think might be happening at the minute is that like different patterns of neurons and their connections store different pieces of data. However, the problem is, that's kind of like reflecting our understanding of computational neural networks. And we're not sure if that analogy actually matches up, because in the past there's been a lot of analogies for like tech and like the technology of the time, and trying to import that into our understanding of how the brain works. And you know, when hydraulics were invented, there was a hydraulic theory, and then when the Industrial Revolution happened and machines became a thing, then we started to have a mechanical theory. And then when computers were when computers were invented, we developed a computational theory. But they're probably none of them are right. We're probably, you know, in 100 years' time, they're probably going to look back on the computational theory of brains and be like, bruh, what? So the way that I would understand this thesis right now, oh, there's a better version. Let me try and paste it in. Okay, the better version. Converting an entire human to data is impossible, but converting a human's memories may be possible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so to me that kind of sounds like, you know, we can mimic a person via neural networks. It may be possible. Maybe. We don't know though. I would love to read that thesis. That would sound so interesting. But I love that, like, I love that literally the thesis title is converting an entire human to data is impossible, but converting a human's memories may be possible. And then the tagline along the top is converting a human's memories to data is possible. That is like the most press release thing that I have ever seen, and I love it. That is so funny. That's exactly how it works. don't let journalists sneer your science. they take it, oh, this might be a thing, and they turn it into this is a thing. Isn't it wild? Isn't it wild? A light novel titles based on scientific papers, then I think it's just this series. Light novels can be about pretty much anything. Like I've played one before that was just like some girls vibing, and that's it. And you know, there's a lot of dating ones as well. This series I think just takes pride in like being scientifically informed, if that makes sense. Or like, it's like sci-fi, right? It's anime sci-fi. There's not really another way to describe it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because a lot of it seems like, from what I've seen so far, it seems like there's a mix of like physics and psychology, which is very cool. I love that. So yeah, light novel titles like. I'm still trying to understand what Steins Gate is though. I feel like it's just his model for understanding the world. Which by the way, speaking of models for understanding the world, I have a recommendation. I'm gonna give a shout out to. Wait, quick, Teo, put something in chat so that I know what your username is. Help if you're still here. I don't know if you are. I'm going to give a shout out to Teo the goat, who is currently working on a very cool YouTube script related to this topic. So I would say go follow Teo to learn more about these things. Also, we talk about, so I frequent Teo's streams now, and there is always like philosophical discussions. And like, I'm not a philosopher. I've got like some background training in philosophy, but I don't know that much. I just know what's relevant for science. But Teo and the chat, so many interesting things come up. So definitely go check out Teo. Tayo does like co-working streams as well, which are so nice. Like it's really nice to be able to just like have it on the side and get some work done, and then like also be learning things as well. If you like background noise, you would love it. Wataru, the hot-blooded fighting teen and his epic adventures after stuffing a truck with his bare hands. Yes. That is exactly what light novel titles are like. And yeah. I don't know. What would my light novel title be? It'd be like, my I can't believe that my psychology lecturer is actually a VTuber. It would be something like that, right? I'm not a lecturer yet though. I can't believe that something like that. I don't know. You get the drift. Think of something better. You all can do better, and then like we will make it a thing. Like we will make it a thing. I will like write it. We can ask ChatGPT to generate some. Yes, do it. That's actually a pretty good title. Thank you. I've already forgotten what it was though. So yeah, no brain, no thoughts, head empty. Okay. Right. Game. There is game. We will play the game. When do I get to a point where I can save in this? I can't believe my something. God damn, I forgot it too. Yeah. I forgot. I can't believe my psychology lecturer is actually a VTuber. Something like that. You can save anytime? How? Is it the menu? Save! Okay, I found it. Good stuff. Okay, we'll get through this like section and then I think I need to go have a break because I've run out of water. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. she's got resting bitch face and I love it. I love it. There's a hotkey for save and load, but it'll lose me. That's fine. I think the hotkeys like match up with my expressions. So, which is annoying because there's a lot for me to express to. But like when I tried to like shock face, it skipped through a bunch of stuff and it made me really sad. So we're not doing that again. You're welcome. You're welcome for the shout out. Hi, Arslano, is that how you say it? Arslano. El Psydere Congroo indeed. Welcome into the stream. What business could such a genius have with me? I don't know, mate. Maybe it's the fact that you just like, wah! In the middle of the press conference. Aslano, cool, got it. Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Feel free to go and check that out. There's not really much going on there yet, apart from a bunch of shorts of me being silly. And my debut video. If you've never seen it, I have a debut video. But I am working on the next video and hope to have it up at some point in the next week, ideally, which is a walkthrough kind of thing of how to read a paper. So it's all about the little sections and what you can expect from a scientific paper and other forms of communication that scientists do. I can't remember if press conferences were in it. I think it might have been. You know what? Actually, I think I might have referenced Steins Gate in my presentation. So, yes. That will be up soon. Go have a look if you want to. No pressure. She takes a quick look around the room and then turns back to me with a stern expression. I am not tolerating this nonsense. Could you come forward with me for a moment? What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that the Makise Kurisu would be working with somebody like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means, no. What is it? You're with the organization? What is this? If their tendrils have gotten this far, then I've made a grave mistake. She's like, what? Nanny? Oh, the first class? Yes, the first class that was definitely not scuffed, and I've definitely not had to edit out about an hour of it so far. Stop fooling around and come with me. Where? My outburst has already attracted too much attention. What were you expecting? Okay, He's like a little bit absorbed into his own world, isn't he? He's not really realizing like how things work. I think he might have like a plan in his head of how things are gonna go, and then it doesn't go the way he expects, and then he freaks out. Junie boy is so true, he is. Nakabachi in particular looks as if he wants to rip my head off. I don't blame him. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not being funny, but if I was like delivering some kind of presentation and then somebody just stands up in the middle and is like, Psydere, you have plagiarized, I'd be like, what? Are you alright, mate? Do you need to go lie down? It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Yeah, he loves himself, doesn't he? He loves himself. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organisation gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger Mayuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. Wow. Ignorant civilians. He's got opinions, and he's not afraid to think them. He's not voicing them, though, as much, interestingly. I let Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall. Where are we going? To the hallway. Try anything and people are sure to notice. What will your superiors say then? What are you talking about? She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. Okay, mate, bit weird. Bit of a weird comment. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping. Wait, what? Is he like laughing in his own head? At himself? Like, I know that I laugh at my own jokes, but come on, that's a bit... She's 17, mate, yeah. He's 18, he's 18. It's fine in Japan. I need to ask you something. What makes you think I'll answer? I know how the organisation operates. Oh, she's 18 as well. Oh, yeah. Okay, so she's had a birthday. It's fine, it's fine. She was 17 at the time of the thesis. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's all legal. There's no issues here. What's with this organisation stuff? I would love to know. I would love to know, Kurisu. Please, can we get an answer? Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. I've been caught by an organisation agent. Yes, it's Makise Kurisu. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... Stare. Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone away from my hand. What skill? I didn't have time to react. What are you doing? Your phone's off. I knew it! I knew it! He's talking to himself. He's just playing a bit. It's just a bit. He's just... No. What if he's an IRL streamer and it's just a bit? No. Oh, dear. Oh, Rintaro. Oh. Oh. Okay. So he's talking to himself. Is it persona? Or is it actually just like full-on psychosis? I do not know. And I would love to know. I would love to know. Oh dear. This has got to be depressing. Yeah, imagine being called out for your just like behaviour like that. Who were you talking to? Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. This is like he's being told off by a teacher. I love this. He's a very delusional Chunibyo. Yeah, he is. But this is the thing. Is Chunibyo like? Is it you know that this is all just an act and you're just doing it to like gain something, or is it like an actual part of your social identity that you genuinely believe? I want to know. Or, like, is it just full-on psychosis? Like, is it just, like, it's interfering with your life and you've lost touch with reality and you don't know what's going on anymore? Like, I want to know what it is. So, she's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me. Your techniques don't work on me, but I'll tell you anyway. It's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Amazing. Iconic. That laugh, though. It gets added to the tips screen in a bit. Okay, okay. Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. Do you actually, or are you? Do you think you know things, or do you act like you know things? I want to know. I want to know. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. That was close. So you talk to yourself. Damn, she's not holding back. Gah. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makase Kurisu, the genius girl. I kind of feel bad. Dang, yeah, for real. So he so reminds me of a kid I knew who was insistent that he worked for the CIA. Yeah, some kids do like come up with, oh, he was 16. Okay, you were 16. Okay. I mean, some kids just really, they just do things for attention. And I don't mean that in like a rude, like, oh, you're just attention seeking way. I mean, it's like natural to want attention when you're younger, right? Because you're still trying to develop your sense of identity. And like sometimes acting a character can help you form that sense of identity. Like it can help you understand like the boundaries of what's you and what's like not you, what's just a facade. Um so to some extent it's like, you know, that's just how some people develop and that's fine. But like, yeah, if he's like going out and causing problems, then that's I was just like a Kabe here at one point. Sometimes it slips out again though. Look, I can't judge, I'm a VTuber, so I've made it my reality. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening, you can do it. Find the opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with her strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent? What were you trying to tell me earlier? Earlier? What are you talking about? About 15 minutes ago, before the conference started. I like the art on her tie. Yeah, it's kind of cute, isn't it? The red bleeds outside the lines in a neat way. Yeah. I think all of it does though, right? Because there's like a little bit of hair color bleeding out here. Okay, so right. Okay, so he tried to talk to her before the conference, and he's confused. Is this psychosis, or is it dun 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 time travel? Suspicious. Nonsense, this is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and that Upa toy. Oh yeah, we did do that. We did do that 15 minutes ago. Well, I assume it's 15 minutes ago. I don't entirely trust this guy's sense of time. You were trying to tell me something, right? You looked really upset. Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded? You look like you were going to start crying at any second. Oh. Why? Have we met before? She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. See, this is what I mean by confirmation bias. Like, everything has to fit into the narrative. Otherwise, like, because how could my narrative not be true? How could the story that I'm telling about the world not be true? It can't be untrue. So everything has to fit in. This is very, very common with people that believe conspiracy theories in general. They want everything to fit the narrative. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's cold, calculating secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for. And how do you know my name? My knowledge has no limits. So mysterious. I am a mad scientist after all. Genius go, our next meeting shall be as enemies. What? well. Mwah, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Gives Begone thought. It really does, doesn't it? Next time we will meet as enemies. I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listened to the enemy. He's going, damn the organisation. They must be serious if they're sending in agents like her. I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. While I'm convinced Makise Karisu's not tailing me, I sigh while rubbing my temples. I can't let them capture me yet. He's causing himself a lot of stress, isn't he? I want to imagine him, Naruto, running down the stairs. That's how I run down the stairs, true fact. That is definitely a thing he would do, though. Ride off into the sunset with his katana and his fedora. Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point going back. I guess I'll go home. Let's go home. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now. What is it? Where's Mayuri? Did he just leave her? Oh. So absorbed into himself, honestly. This is my first time playing Steins Gate 2. It's fun to meme on him, but I really wonder what my perception of him would have been in my Fedora days. Yeah, honestly, like, it's really easy for me to meme on him because I have never been a Fedora wearing, katana wielding mad scientist. You know, I kind of developed into my mad scientist role. So, yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting. Like, I do find it very easy to make fun of him, but then I'm like, you know, significantly older than him, so and you know, have a lot more life experience, and you know, when you're a teenager, it's a lot easier to think in these kinds of simplistic ways, I think. Instead of acting like a mad scientist, just become one. Exactly. Why have a persona of being a mad scientist when you can just actually do strange experiments on people? Ethics board. It's a suggestion. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Okay, let's go back and get Mayuri. I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritise her safety, but I got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind even, I take out my phone, I turn it on. And it rings, just as I do. You've got mail. Cute. Oh, weird. Scrambly. It's not just a regular email, there's a video attached. Bro, don't open that. That's a virus. And it's from an unknown address. I opened the video with some trepidation. Could these phones even get viruses, though, to be fair? Huh? There's nothing but noise. That's a virus. Have you ever heard of the Geneva suggestion? Me neither. The Helsinki suggestion on research ethics. Is this a prank, or is this some kind of Makise Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait, I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I think you're thinking too hard, my dude. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. Oh, it's skipping through. Okay. I stop the video and call Mayuri's phone from my address book. Let's call her. Oh, she won't pick up. Please pick up. Looks like I have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurisu again. Wait, don't tell me. Did that femme fatale kidnap Mayuri? Damn you, is that how the organisation operates? Is Mayuri okay? I hope so. I think she's probably fine. She probably just doesn't have a signal. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hoen Kyoma. I have to go back for her. He wants to protect her. Cute. He feel okay. He feels vulnerable, probably. I think he feels vulnerable, and that's why he created the persona of the mad scientist to give him a sense of control over the world. The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. Go on, mate. You can do it. We believe in you. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference has just finished. Nobody's on stage, and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makisi Kurisu anywhere. Looks like I scared her off. Yeah, I mean, you probably did. You probably did scare her off, but not for the way that you think. So be it. I let her go this time. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri. Mayuri, why didn't you pick up? We're leaving. Oh, she's sad. My metal Oopa ran away. Oh, she's lost it. She turns to me with a forlorn expression. Ran away? What, it's alive? That's a little hard to believe. That's a little hard to believe after the things you've been saying? Bruh. Bruh moment. I think I dropped it. I see, so she was looking for it. Not like it really matters. Forget about it. You can always get another one. No! Don't you dare. No, that's not how gacha works, my dude. No way. Metal Oopas sell upwards of 10,000 yen online, you know? Nanny. That toy was worth that much? Think, Mayuri, where did you drop it? I don't know. That's why I'm looking. And even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay? that 10,000 yen will fund my research. He knows. He knows the struggle. He knows the struggle. Nothing funds your research. You have to just do things to scrape together the money to get the research going. That's literally me right now. Sad. The state of science. I said you can't sell it. It even has Mayoshi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the metal Oopa. Don't sell Mayuri's metal Oopa for your research, but I have to. I need to finish my PhD. Come out. Come out, Oopa. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. I'm not saying that, by the way. But I think it might be a sound alert that I added. If you want to play it. I don't know. I can't remember. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Fair enough. Anyway, the metal Oopa is nowhere to be found. He's really not interested in other people, is he? He's not very interested in other people's... Yeah, he's not interested in other people's stuff. He's very absorbed into his own thing. Hydrate and posture check, thank you. I've run out though. Wait. I have hydrated with the last of my hydration. Posture check. I'm upright. There we go. There we go. Thank you, M0. There's that Piaget stage, right? Probably. Oh. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so first of all, I will say I don't know anything about Piaget because I'm not a developmental psychologist. I only know things about adults. But yes, there is a Piaget stage where you're a teen or young adult and yeah, other people have their own lives. That sounds about right, probably. Second of all, I'm gonna cry. He did it. He did. Okay. So for anybody that's new to the stream, Something Stochastic is my husband. He's the mod, and he's my husband. And he causes me pain every single stream. He added the Ara Ara redeem so that I would do it on stream because he likes to embarrass me. And I am crying internally because I really don't want to. I really don't want to. But the redeem happened, so I have to. Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake. Okay. I will do it, but you all have to promise me you will not clip this. Also, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What am I meant to say after the arrow? I've got nothing. I'm not smart. I'm not funny. Help. What do I say? VIP for Clippers? No. No. I've run out of VIP slots, I think, anyway, so. Haha, joke's on you. What should I say? I'm not good at this stuff. I don't know. I don't even know what it means. Help. Help. Okay, I won't say anything afterwards. We can make that a thing in the future. Like, I can, like, say a sentence after it, but fine, I'll just do it. And get it out of the way. Should I zoom in? Should I make you all really uncomfortable? Ada. I hate it. We're never doing that again. I'm deleting the redeem. I'm deleting it. I don't know how to make myself small again. Low. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, everybody. This is what you come to class for. Oh, I just severed myself. Ignore that. Oh, why? Okay, nobody redeem that ever again, please. Thank you. I'm just gonna end the stream now because that's upset me. I'm joking. We can keep going. Just for a little bit though, because I'm hungry and I haven't had dinner. I actually missed what happened. What are we lolling about? Husbando mod redeemed the arrow. That's what happened. Do it again? No. You can save up for your own arrow. Fucking arrow broth in it. There we go. There you go. That's the redo. Just for you. Okay. I'm crying. Okay. Let's go back to the Steins gate. Moving on swiftly. She's dropped the thing, and then we're doing. You're 1K away. No, Eric, don't do it. Don't do it. I need to up the cost. I'm gonna cry. Okay, another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Pilfered. Just imagine the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe in envy. Imagining all of your smug grins right now makes me writhe in disappointment. Ugh. What kind of man steals a helpless girl's toy? Is there nothing in his heart but the lust for money? A bold statement coming from you, my friend. Sounds like you, Ocarin! Yo! She's coming out with a roast. That's so funny. Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. She's just there. She's just there with the honesty. Okay. Ah. Who's ahhing? What's going on now? What was that? Was that a scream? I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half of the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on? Mayuri squeezes my hand tight. Stay here, Mayuri. I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. Oh no! Makise Kurisu! No way, did she die? I don't know. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. Bruh! Call an ambulance! She's dead! No! Oh no. Oh. That's actually sad. So much potential. Suddenly I realise that I'm shaking. Is this going to be like his trauma moment? Tie splashed, false alarm. Pause champ. Ooh. Suddenly I realise that I'm shaking. I want to run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. Ah! Yeah, I think he's having a trauma response. I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Call the police. A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone else starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makise Kurisu is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes. What happened, Ocarina? We're leaving. I also grab Mayuri's hand and run away. I race down the stairs trying to drive the image of Kurisu's dead body from my mind. Oh, he's going to be imagining that for a very long time. Tutoru? No. Bad timing, Meta Knight. Bad timing. Bro, come on, she just got introduced and she died. I wanted to know more about her lame plot. Okay. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind, more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Yeah, this is going to be, like, a source of trauma for him. That, like, what we just saw there with the body flashing back, that's a very common occurrence for people that have experienced trauma. So I guess that's nice. I guess that's a nice, realistic representation. I guess. Okay, I apologise for the slight pause there. I've been brought water as an apology for the ara, I assume. So, yay, I can hydrate. Thank you. I can hydrate. Thank you. Okay. Good news. I clipped the ara. No. Why would you do this for me? I'm gonna cry. Tell you, I thought we were friends. I'm gonna cry. Is this what it's like? When I realised that she was dead, I felt a chilling terror and a surge of nausea. Yes, that's a very strong fight or flight response. But that was all I felt. Fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? Not really. I guess I just didn't know her that well. Disgust and fear is probably a fairly accurate response, to be fair. I finally stop. Oh, a new tip. I finally got stop once we get out to the main street, Chodori. My chest pounds, my breathing laboured from running down the stairs at full speed. Hey, what happened? You looked really pale. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. Well, obviously she doesn't. She didn't see the body. She doesn't know what's happening. You've not told her. Obviously she doesn't comprehend the situation. Tell her. Good news, you're the top Steins Gate streamer. What, out of one, probably? Yes, brilliant. I'm probably the top psychology streamer as well. It's not very hard. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. Well, yeah, if she didn't see it and you didn't tell her what happened, she's not going to understand. She's not even breathing hard. That calls for a celebration. No, M0, bad timing. Kurisu just died. Come on, we're mourning. This is sad. Can we get some... Is there even a sad react? No, there isn't. Okay, I don't have any sad emotes, so you can just, like... You can just sussy backpack if you want. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. Sussy backpack. Thank you, thank you. Someone died. Sussy backpack in chat, please, to pay your respects. The moment you said I'm probably the top psychology streamer, the notification for Dr. Mick popped up. Ah, competition. How could he? I take several deep breaths. The colour of that blood still stains my brain, but I've calmed down a bit. Makise Kurisu is dead, and I don't know who the killer is. Are we gonna find out? Is that part of our? Is that part of our thing? Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive, and this area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, and the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. Okay, fair enough. There was like a little bit of my brain that was like, oh, say that's the average Psydere day, and then no, that is not the average Psydere day. The average Psydere day is like reading research papers, depression. You know what? I'll add in the moe for good measure because I do like some cute girls doing cute things. I mean, I already clicked the clip thing before I knew what had happened just to rewind. It always saves the clip, even when you don't save it. So I figured I might as well probably cut it and name it. Oh no. If it really makes you uncomfortable, you can just delete it. No, it's fine. It's fine. If I wasn't comfortable, I wouldn't have added it as a redeem, to be fair. So it is embarrassing. It is horribly embarrassing, and it is undermining my status as an educator, but it's fine. Oh, dear. Okay, just another day in Akihabara. We take out the phone out of the pocket, perhaps out of reflex. Self-sabotage, exactly. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what's happened just now, since he knows about Makise Kurisu. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim. But my adrenaline is pumping. I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. I mean, if he knows it might be disrespectful, then at least he's kind of self-aware. He's got potential. There's potential for development. That's good. That's how humans are, after all. Although it does kind of feel like he's using a little bit of he's trying to rationalize his own decisions despite being aware of it, which is not healthy. We're not as special as we like to believe. That is very true. We're not. There's lots of other animals that can do all sorts of really interesting things. For example, one of the things that was meant to be like unique to humans was being like self-aware. So like being able to identify yourself in a mirror, for example. And then they found out that like dolphins can do that. And then I think they also found that crows can do it. So yeah, it's not as unique as we thought. I should read The Psychology of Cows. I'm still intrigued as to what that paper is. At the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty slime like flesh. Okay, that's a little bit far. Our souls fester like semen left to rot in the womb. Okay. Okay. That's how humans are. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I begin to type on my phone. Yeah, right? I know that's like one way to put it, I guess. Trouble. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. Man, how she's on something? For real. This is like... There's very interesting metaphors, right? Honestly. I can't say that I follow, but, you know. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu, and I don't know who. Look bad, hope she's okay. I don't think she's okay. I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seemed like the most logical explanation given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. Denial? If I had to say, I guess it felt like writing it down would set it in stone. Yeah, because once you say it out loud, like, it feels a lot more real. Because then someone can, like, validate what you're suspecting. That's why a lot of people, like, they will not talk about something for a very, very long time, and then they'll go to therapy, and then that will be the moment where, like, trauma hits them, because until then they haven't accepted it. In order to say it to somebody, to some extent, you have to accept it yourself. That metaphor definitely wasn't in the anime adaptation, I know. The one thing that I was told about this whole, like, series is that the anime is a lot more tame. And yeah, this is a little bit more grim. Featured self-sabotage. Have you featured the clip? Oh my gosh. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings back a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? People do feel guilty for stuff that they didn't do. That's a fairly common thing. I just saw someone's death up close, and only a few minutes later, I'm smiling. That's okay! Bruh, okay, right. Emotions are complicated and we can't control them. It's okay to just feel things. That's normal. That's normal. Okay? Sometimes you don't react in the way that you expect or the way that you want to react, and that's okay. It's important to just accept it. Um Assuming that, the way that you're reacting isn't causing you problems with, for example, other people. But yeah. If you feel something, just feel it. But I don't have time for emotions in my Sigma grind set. Me too. Me too. I don't feel anything. I just go about my life. In the day, I'm like powering through work. I'm brr on my thesis, and then night comes, and then I do my magical girl transformation, and then I stream, and then afterwards I go and watch 17 episodes of anime, and then I sleep for 3 hours. Like, how am I meant to feel emotions in that time? I can't. I can't. Noted. Okay. Am I really that cruel and cold? No, you're just having a trauma response. Be kinder to yourself. Well, I am a fiendish mad Oh, for God's sake. I am a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. Confirmation bias again, creeping in there. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button. And then I pressed down. Sending. What? 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 What was that? Wait, look around. Eh? Oh my goodness, what's going on? Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now, thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own two eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. What is going on? Is this real? Desperate to find someone, anyone, I look up. And there, at the top of Radican, sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were. What? Is a crashed satellite. Eh? Was that the machine from earlier, or is that different? What's going on? You feel a mute coming on? Don't worry, I separated my VOD audio, so I'm fine. It can play all the songs and I won't get told off, in theory. Google, how do I manipulate people like my favourite anime character? That's why you tune in here, isn't it? It's just so you can learn. Okay. It's playing this again. We watched this on the menu. Very cool. Should we skip it? This is a good place to save, I think. I don't know what to say now. Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. No, I feel cringe doing that. This has been a pretty interesting prologue, right? It has been interesting. So okay, so it is an actual satellite that fell down. Okay, okay, I understand. Oh, a brain! Brain spotted. Brain spotted. You dropped it. Okay. The characters, nothing happening on the street. Cool. Okay. So, recap. We went to a press conference, except we missed most of the press conference because we got dragged out. But then the person that dragged us out got stabbed. But then, oh, and also there was an explosion for some reason. And then suddenly we went out, and then suddenly something weird happened, and there was no people anymore. Makes sense. Oh. Okay, well, we have finished the prologue, and we are on to chapter 1, Time Travel Paranoia. Right, I think this is a good time to save. And we will continue this another time. What do we think? Because I'm tired and hungry. Mostly hungry. I've got a lot of potatoes to go and eat. Saving data. There we go. Cool. Done. But yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? Let me swap over to. There we go. That was interesting. That has been a thing. That has been an experience so far. Okay, I've saved it. I have saved, so that's fine. Exit game. Yes. Cool. It's 12:20 where you are. You need to sleep. You do need to sleep. What the heck? You need to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Sleep is very important. It keeps you functional. It keeps your executive functioning going, which is very good. Very important. You'd be down to watch a whole series of this game? Well, I have good news for you. This is the first of the psychology games that we're doing, so I will actually be continuing things. I'm not doing 2 sessions of play and then moving on to something else anymore. This is actually a thing that we are doing every time. Yes! I finally have a schedule! Let's go! I've upgraded. Okay. Yeah, no, seriously, because there's like this, and then after this, the ones that I've got lined up are, what have I got lined up? I've forgotten. Somebody suggested Doki Doki Literature Club, which there's going to be a lot of visual novels just because they're story heavy, and there's a lot of perspective from the point of the character, and I can follow them, and they don't require large amounts of brain. So yeah. The Psydere series, definitely. Doki Doki is an experience. Yeah. Again, I said that won't be a first playthrough. I have done it before, but I do not remember anything apart from like the one scene that became a meme, and then also the one just the vibe of the character that became a meme. I won't say what for people that haven't played, sorry. But yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club, because there is a lot of psychology in that. The Psydere series, the Valhalla. Shout out to Meta Knight. Yeah, shout out to Meta Knight 1919. You gave me Valhalla. We can play that. What else? There was more, and I've forgotten what it was. I've got a whole bunch of random visual novels in my Steam library that I've never played. There's one called Freud Gate, and I don't know if it's anything psychological in nature, but we could play it if it is. Assuming it's not banned. I've got some games which I have discovered are banned by Twitch, so we can't play them. What else? There is... I'm just having a look through my list. Oh, Life is Strange. I've started playing it, but I didn't finish it, and I think that's very psychological, so that's going to be a good one to play through. And then there's one more, I think. I've got a couple that are like, what's the word? Like, they're like not for broadcast. They're like dystopian. So maybe those two, because they're quite psychological. And then I've also got Portal. Freud Gate looks like a horror game. I don't know. I don't know. It has the word Freud in it, and it appeared in my library at some point. So, Life is Strange is my favorite story-driven game. Let's go. Let's go. We will definitely play it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Those are the ones that I remember, but to be fair, they're all story-driven games because they're just easier for me to talk about, right? Like, psychology is one of those areas where, like, it's easiest to talk about in terms of, like, examples that are right in front of you. So, like, going through that, even that beginning, how many things did I talk about just then? I talked a little bit about, like, confirmation bias, talked a little bit about, like, psychotic traits and personality, and why people believe conspiracy theories and social identity and all sorts of things. So yeah, I think the like story-driven games are like just so much better for thinking about psychological concepts. I have a few others that I want to play as well that are on my Steam wishlist, and I want to get around to them eventually, but I'm not like massively pressed about powering through them. But yeah, I mean, when I eventually have an actual job that isn't like 4 hours a week and I've got a bit more income coming in, that will definitely be a thing. So yeah. Wait, it literally just registered in my brain that you called me a friend earlier. Yes. Streamer friend. But But yeah, so that's the plans. Is that basically like Tuesday and Wednesday, is going to be the psychology stuff. So I think Tuesdays will keep being journal clubs. Wednesdays will be whatever I feel like doing. It could be a class, could be as in like an actual presentation, could be like reaction content, could be doing that thing that we did the other day where we just like think about a topic and just go and explore it. um, and then Saturdays we're gonna do games. And hopefully next time I'll actually start on time as well, so that we can have a full 3 hour session. Because I did not start on time. But unfortunately, it is now 9:30 where I am, and I need to go and have dinner. So, yeah, hype. Yes. What even is that thing with the fingers? What is that? I don't know what that is. Shy, like uwu. It's like uwu. It's in the vampire. That's who we're gonna go raid today. Amazing. Thank you very much, Tayu. Twitch.tv. Me just like typing things out like a boomer, because I am a boomer. Didn't even have to redeem for that uwu. I know. I just uwu. It's just me. I'm just an uwu type of person. Okay, so also at some point, I think also with the Wednesday, Thursday? I forgot what days. It's Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. On the Wednesdays, I think I'm also going to occasionally do some anime stuff. So like talking about what I'm watching at the minute, or I want to do like a tier list as well. They look fun. I love doing tier lists, but like being actually able to talk about it would be very cool. So, yeah. Just basically like I'm doing low effort content until my thesis is at least some degree of wrapped up. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Thank you for the stream. You are welcome. Thank you for joining. Goodbye, Luna. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much. We're gonna go raid. Let me just do the raid message before I set it up. Actually, no. Let me sort out the raid first, and then we will go. Okay, start raid. There we go. Raid message. Do we know the raid message? Oh my gosh, it's not working again. Oh, you little thing. Okay. And let me type it. Okay. Wow. I can't see anything. It's broken. Okay, wait. Bear with me. There we go. Here is the raid message. Field trip time. Psydere's class is visiting. And yeah, let's go raid Isn't the Vampire, who is playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, which is very cute. I've never actually managed to catch any of the last few Pokemon games. Actually, I just stopped playing Pokemon after like Gen 5, so I have no idea what to expect from this game. But it looks very cute from the preview that I'm seeing. So, let's go. And thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining my Steins Gate playthrough. This is so exciting. Finally playing games. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy the raid.